Hello.
Hi. Hello.
How are ya?
Hi.
Hey. Welcome back to another episode of Lower Your Voice. First and foremost, I want to thank all the fans out there.
You guys are killing it.
Killing it.
Listening, downloading, leaving us reviews. Continue to leave us reviews if you can.
We appreciate a lot. So, we're at week 3.
Yes. We've learned a lot.
We have learned a lot.
Yeah. This has been a fun experience for sure.
Yeah. So, tell me about your weekend, because you did a lot of really fun stuff.
I did. I finally got to go on vacation.
Woo!
We went down to Key Largo. It was absolutely beautiful. The weather was perfect. Couldn't have asked for a better weekend.
Yeah, that sounds wonderful.
It was beautiful, and then we drove to Robbie's and did the Feeding the Tarpon. And
love that.
Yes. And then the highlight was I got to swim with the dolphin.
It's definitely on my bucket list.
It was top 5 best experiences of my life. My very long life I've lived.
Tell me about the pictures from this beautiful excursion.
The photographer was terrible. So you're caught, and I'm aware of the camera, and so you go into this, it's a natural water, habitat. It's not a pool or anything like that. And the sun is in your eyes, and so I'm trying to, okay, there's a camera, and I want good pictures.
Yeah, of course.
But you're also really excited, and then it's a deep, little, lagoon, and you're wearing flippers, you're trying to keep yourself up, and then it's not like you can just flail around with these dolphins. They tell you very specific instructions: keep your hands out, keep your hands to your side. If you wanted to swim around the lagoon with the dolphins, you couldn't swim with your hands. You had to swim with just your legs, or else they would run. There's a lot of rules, so you're trying to follow all the rules, and then I have to look cute for this camera, who's at a terrible angle, super high up, looking down at you. And in the moment, it was absolutely beautiful and absolutely amazing. And I pay for the photo package, and we're looking through, and there is not one good picture of me. I either, I do this weird thing where, my teeth are hanging out, or I'm, so excited I put my neck back and I have 15 chins, or I'm squinting. At one point, the dolphins take you, and you're holding onto the fins. So then it looks like we're drowning.
You definitely look like you were drowning in that picture you showed me.
And you were looking at one, and you're like, is he okay?
Are you breathing?
Oh, I after that swim, I came up to the stairs, and I was, coughing for a good 5 minutes because I swallowed a bunch of water. But, I'm happy I have the pictures because it's a good reminder. I don't know if I'm going to post them anywhere.
I think you should choose the worst one and intentionally post it.
You saw the worst one. You saw the worst one.
Yeah.
And this will show how much fun we had. Because I just, literally have 15 chins, huge smile on my face, squinting eyes. I look like I can't breathe. But it was really, really cool. I recommend doing that at least once in your life.
Yeah, for sure. Dolphins are such amazing creatures, and who knows how long an activity like that is going to be around.
I hope for a while. They were very adamant, actually, very, very adamant that everything is voluntary. Mm-hmm. So I had made a joke, which I want to circle back to me making jokes on this trip because it did not work out. But I had made a joke about the dolphin, well, anything for a treat, huh? And as I was rubbing its belly, and the lady was like, actually, everything is voluntary. Ooh. So if they don't want to do it, they don't have to. Sorry. I'll do anything for a treat. So,
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. I also do things for treats.
I was explaining my jokes all weekend. So, we pull up to the Airbnb, and there's a guard shack. And you see this guy come out, and he's a little flustered. And he's like, oh, sorry, what apartment number, blah, blah, blah. And he looks at me, he goes, well, what time is it? I have to check, what time is it? And I was like, oh, it's 7:16. And I had this brilliant idea. I was like, haha, or it's time for you to get a watch.
Joke did not land with him, did it?
Joke did not land. And he was like, well, I left my phone inside. I was like, oh, okay. So I'm just going to, glide over that one. Okay. And then he's putting down my information and he goes, oh, it's 7. He's like, I need to clock in. I was like, yeah, don't be working for free. And he looks at me again and he goes, I won't be.
Rare.
We didn't, but Brian is sitting next to me when we drive in, and then I retell the story to our friends that met us there. And apparently I was in the wrong. I was rude to say when he asked what time it is, and I said it was time to get a watch.
See, I think it depends how you said it and what your face looks like. Because if you had said it like, I'm not really sure, maybe it's time for you to get a watch, then okay, you're being nasty. But if you were like, I don't know, maybe it's time for you to get a watch.
Yes. I was like 7:16 or time for you to get a watch. And I was like, But yeah, I was trying to make these jokes and they were falling flat all weekend, which made me question my whole entire existence. But I did look up some of the best dad jokes. So I thought the dryer was shrinking my clothes. Turns out it was the refrigerator all along.
Oh my.
Dear math, grow up and solve your own problems. I only know 25 letters of the alphabet. I don't know why.
Wow.
And then I'm done.
Those are the data.
Because they're falling flat with you as well.
But that's what we have the laughter for. Well, thank you so much for that performance,
And that's my
Genesis.
set. And that's my set, guys. Thank you. Thank you.
Growing up, my dad only had one joke. And it was like the worst thing. And I'm going to tell it to you. It's more of a riddle. We'll see if you can figure out what it is. What do you call a deer with no eyes?
Deer with no eyes?
Yep.
I don't know.
Close.
Huh?
You're close.
I don't know.
You're close. Mm-hmm. I have no idea. So bad.
Very traumatic.
Let's get to our notes here because we have lots to talk about.
Yeah. There's a lot going on in the world right now.
So first, before we get into the actual news and things going on in the world, which again, we will definitely talk about, I need to tell you the story about what happened that we didn't get to talk about last week.
Yes.
With my uncle. And it's
I just have a note that says Alyssa dirt story.
Yes, dirt story. So I was informed of this story this past weekend at the wedding, and it really blew my mind. Like, that's why it's so important for me to talk about. And this is getting a little deep.
We can get deep. We're not motivational. We can get deep. We're just not motivational. Okay.
Everything you do in life really affects the outcome of stuff. It's like the butterfly effect, right?
Yes.
So I found out the reason why my dad's family moved to the United States. This obviously the reason why they moved to the United States is the reason why I'm here today and live the life that I'm living today.
Right.
So when my dad was really young, his older brother liked to eat dirt.
Okay.
So we're talking like, a couple handfuls, like to chew on it, whatever. Just like some weird thing that he liked to do.
So rewind. Where's your father born?
Puerto Rico.
Okay.
Yeah, I should probably clarify that. So in the mountains of Puerto Rico, my uncle is eating dirt. And he eats so much dirt that he gets sick. And the doctors in Puerto Rico can't help him. They're trying. They don't know what to do. So they tell my dad's family to go to the U.S. Actually, it was like a hospital in New Jersey to treat him. My uncle is so sick. He's in the hospital for 9 months getting treated. They believed he got some sort of parasites from eating the dirt. And because they were there for so long, they moved their family to the United States. And that's why I am who I am and live where I am today.
Because your uncle ate dirt.
Because my uncle ate dirt.
So much dirt.
Isn't that crazy?
How old was your uncle, and do you know how old your dad was?
I don't know. I mean, I can make something up. I want to say my dad was like 5. Maybe my uncle was like 7. I really don't know. I'm just making up numbers. But I know they were younger when they came because I'm pretty sure my mom was like 3. Again, I'm making this up. I really don't have any facts here. But just think about that. Some stupid kid decided it would be funny or whatever reason that went through his mind that he was going to eat a few handfuls of dirt. Then he starts doing it more often. He gets sick. His family has to move their whole life to a different country. Well, I mean, it's the same country, but
start over.
The mainland. And decide to root themselves there. My dad meets his wife. They have babies. I am me today. Because my uncle ate dirt. How crazy is that? How many stupid things have we done that 20 years from now are going to play a huge role in our children's lives? Just think about that, you know?
Oh.
That's why I say you should always take advantage of different things and, you know, try to not have fear experiences because you never know what it will lead to in life.
Well, and I think both of us coming from immigrant families, we definitely appreciate that mentality of working for what you have, enjoying what you have. You work your off.
Side hustle Felicia.
Because, and I think, I'm hoping that everything that's going on in the world right now, we see Afghanistan, we see Cuba, we see all of these horrendous things happening in these countries, and we're still crying about stupid crap. Well, and it's a double-edged sword, right? Because you want everybody to feel inclusive, and that's the amazing part of being in a free country is that you can be whoever you want. You can wear your hair however you want. You could practice if you want to worship the Diet Coke can that's in front of you, which I know you're very close to doing that. Then
Love Diet Coke.
Diet Coke can be a religion, and you can literally be and feel however you want. But we have to have that open mind of if I can feel however I want and I can have the beliefs that I want, does not mean that everybody else has to feel the exact same way.
Right.
Because that's when there's a problem.
Yeah, that's conforming. That's not what we're supposed to be doing. We're supposed to be celebrating everyone's uniqueness and accepting them for who they are, but that doesn't necessarily mean that I need to express it to you in every which way because I still have my opinions. I still have my feelings.
And you're not a bad person because you feel that way.
I just think there's so much going on right now. People need to remember like humanity. Like, let's like get over our own personal things. Get over our own personal dramas and dilemmas, and let's work on the greater good. Like, there are people stuck in Cuba starving. There are, U.S. citizens stuck in Afghanistan that can't get back to the States. The Taliban is running free with all of our military's equipment. Like, it's just crazy.
Yeah.
And it's really sad that, like, all this stuff is going on right now because of the fact, like, to me, the first thing that crosses my mind is, like, wow, all those lives that were lost, like, for what?
Yeah.
We did nothing. It didn't get better. It's the same. It's like nothing. We just erased 20 years.
Yeah.
Of effort.
That's what it feels like. And that's what I think they feel like too, is what was the point of us going over there if there was no plan? Oh, goodness. Well, speaking of 9/11, did you hear about this guy? He had lost his whole crew in 9/11. Like, he was a flight attendant. He is going to push a beverage cart all the way from Boston to Ground Zero.
Wow.
Yeah. So man honors 9/11 crews by pushing a drink cart from Boston to New York. Former flight attendant lost several colleagues when United Flight 175 was flown into the towers. But he says it's nothing to push this to New York compared to what they did. That thing will that thing will end up in New York if I have to carry it on my back. I know they would have done the same for me.
Wow, that's so sweet.
Yeah.
In other news, have you heard about the Tesla robot coming out?
Yes. How do you feel? Okay. How do you feel about robots? What did Elon Musk say, that they will replace all of like the boring tasks that we don't want to do?
Yeah, so I imagine it'll be like doing our laundry and cleaning our house. Then you think about it, there's a whole industry that surrounds supporting those types of services.
Right.
So you're going to put maids and cleaning people and maybe babysitters out of service. So I think it's cool. Obviously, they're going to be expensive, right? So like only rich people would be able to afford them. I think it's nice to have somebody like help out with do some things around the house because I hate doing laundry. I hate folding shit. But at the same time, it freaks me out. I've seen too many AI movies where like the robots come to life and start killing people to ever be comfortable seeing something that has a human-esque shape just sitting on my couch in my house.
But you say that they're going to be expensive, but how long are they actually going to be expensive for? Because look at Tesla. When Tesla first came out, it was like unattainable, this crazy, expensive car. And within 3 or 4 years, all of a sudden they had a $34,000 Tesla, which is the same price as new cars right now.
Yeah.
So realistically, how long are they going to be unattainable?
It says here that somebody tweeted that they're going to be less than 10 grand.
That's more attainable for more people than it is not attainable.
Yeah, I might pay for that. Aside from the fact that it still like creeps me out, I might pay for it. And it says it's coming out as soon as 2022.
Yeah, we don't have to worry about people from other. We need to worry about robots because think about it, and it can even be like, okay, so you were talking about maids, laundry, data entry. Like, look at the business world. It could be data entry, delivery service. I mean, how many people went to driving for Uber and delivering food for Uber and all of that stuff, delivering for Amazon?
Yeah.
Like, they went to that for jobs.
Well, they're already starting that with Amazon. Amazon has the robots dropping off packages in some areas.
Yeah, and the drones.
Yeah. I haven't personally had one.
I haven't either.
I don't know how I'd feel if one showed up with my stuff. I think everything I order is too big for that thing to carry. Like, let's be real. It's a freaking drone. What can it carry? But there's a lot of, like, mixed reviews about this, and a lot of people are saying that it's not true. It's a dud. Like, it's not a real thing that's going to happen. And then other people are saying, yes, it is. So, who knows?
I don't know. The thought of robots taking over is... I'm not a huge fan. I still enjoy, as much as I love ordering from Amazon and having it delivered, I still enjoy human interaction. And
You mean shopping?
Yeah.
I hate it.
I hate Christmas time shopping. I hate shopping for myself if I have to try on jeans. But if I have to go shop for a gift, love it.
So, let me correct myself. I don't hate shopping. I just never find the time to do it. So I feel stressed out, and I'd rather just get things delivered to my house to make things like more efficient.
Right, because when you need something, you can order it and it gets there. Like if you're looking for something specific, and then you go to Marshall's, you're not going to find it.
Right,
Home Goods.
And the last thing you want to do is go to the store on a venture for something and then
not find it.
Yeah, you spend all this time scouring. You wind up finding other things, and since you made the drive there, you feel obligated to leave with something. Nothing is worse than spending an hour in a store and leaving empty-handed.
Walking out empty-handed. I hate it. And feeling completely defeated, no matter what it is.
All right. So what else is there? Oh, OnlyFans.
Yes.
No more porn.
So the headlines are a little deceiving because I heard a little bit more about this. It's not necessarily that there's going to be no more porn. There's going to be like a censorship to it. So they're going to have some kind of like filtration or whatever of like the girls, if they want, or the guys, if they want to show a little bit, I guess is okay. Like you could still post provocative pictures, but you can't go like full hardcore like it is right now.
Yeah, so now it's saying it will no longer allow sexually explicit content. So you can post pictures, but you can't post videos or the actual act of sex, because then you're considered a sex worker, which is technically illegal. There was also a clause about
But is it though?
having
Because what's
public
porn?
sex.
Because porn's not illegal.
I think it is. You can only film it in certain states. Did you not know that?
No.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
But it's accessible everywhere.
Yes, but that's different. Is porn illegal? Porn is material that depicts nudity or sexual acts for the purpose of sexual stimulation. It is illegal to knowingly distribute porn to minors. So maybe it's not illegal?
I don't think so. And here, the story that I've heard is the plan for OnlyFans is because they want advertisers.
Yeah, they want investors, and their investors are worried about their name.
OnlyFans. Do you know how much OnlyFans is worth right now?
They have over 130 million users, 2 million content creators. The company generated a net revenue of $375 million last year.
Yeah.
And they expect to hit $1.2 billion in revenues this year and $2.5 billion by 2022.
But are you going to pay $5 a month to follow your favorite chef to post recipes when I can just search the recipe and it's free online?
No. So I have a question for you. Do you know anyone that has a sexy OnlyFans page?
Not personally.
No?
No.
I know at least like 5.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I got all the scoop. There are multiple people that I know.
Do I know any of them?
I don't think so. Damn. But what the guys do, these very sick men out there, like one guy will pay for the membership, like $10, whatever. And usually when you sign up, like as a gift for being a new sub, as they call a subscriber. Love my subbies. That's what they say in the videos.
We're going to call our listeners our subbies.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds weird. We won't do that.
I'm just that back. So grateful for all my subbies helping me get my new boob implants.
We're going to take that back.
So they pay. They get the like introduction, welcome videos, and sexually explicit stuff, and then they just like screenshot the whole OnlyFans account, and then they just like disperse it to all of their friends to see.
I've heard of leaks of like famous, and when I say famous, it's because I listened to a 90-day podcast.
One of them's on there.
Well, a lot of the cast members are on it.
Doing sexual stuff?
Yeah.
I thought about doing an OnlyFans for feet.
That's disgusting.
But yeah, you hate feet.
And we've officially, this is the last episode of Lower Your Voice. It's been real. I'll talk to you guys later. We're gonna take it, It
was only a thought. It was only a thought. I could never actually commit to do it.
But there's been leaks, and which kind of sucks because whether you agree with it or not, that's how this person is making money.
Yeah, it's stealing.
And you're stealing and distributing when they're giving, a product or a good or a service. And I don't think that's right.
Yeah. It's like ripping movies. What's it called?
Pirating. That was big.
Yeah.
I have a whole entire, you remember those big CD that like had like 15, 20 pages in the back, front to back? All bootleg movies.
Bootleg movies are always the worst.
Some of them were like legit, and some of them were definitely filmed like a video camera in the back row.
I think you see someone stand up.
Passion of the Christ, you hear people crying in the background. You see somebody get up, you're like, wait a minute.
First time I ever watched the movie Avatar was on a bootleg, and it had German subtitles the entire time.
That's not a movie you watch on bootleg.
I mean, that was all I had at the time.
That's a movie you watch like in a movie theater with surround sound.
Speaking of, when is this new one coming out? It's only been like 16 years.
The new Avatar?
Yes. Did you not know about this?
I never saw the first one.
You're lying right now. You literally just said to me, that's a movie you see in the theater.
Because that's what people said.
Girl. All right.
Do you want to talk about movies I haven't seen?
You have homework. You have homework this week.
Do you want to talk about popular movies I've never seen?
What else have you never seen?
I said I've never seen Avatar.
Okay.
I've never seen The Godfather.
There's like 16 of them, so that's understandable. You're also not a dude.
I've never seen Pulp Fiction.
again, that's like a dude thing also.
Is it?
I don't know. I think so.
I've never seen Reservoir Dogs. I know that's a big one.
You're saying all dude movies.
What's a girl movie?
I don't know, about love.
No, I know, but
creatures, animals, musicals. Those are girl
I've never
movies.
seen Fantasia.
See, that's homework again. That was my favorite movie as a kid. I might have watched that movie like 100 times.
No, there were not enough action for me.
What do you mean? There's a scary devil at the end of it.
I don't know.
I used to like
I thought it was all music. Like I thought it was all like instrumental music.
I'm telling you, you need to watch it. Okay, it's all different songs, classical music, and then there's like a visual that goes along with it.
Okay.
They're real trippy, real trippy. If this was like back in the day, I could see myself like having a good time on Friday night watching this movie. But one of the songs is like it's like the devil, and I used to be so scared. I was like 3 years old, hiding behind the couch. But I would like leave it on. I would just wait for that scene to end.
I like whenever you said every time you've mentioned the devil, you whispered it.
Did I really?
Yeah. And then this one scene is the devil.
But there's like flying horses and there's dancing hippos and gators and they're eating cool grapes. You have to watch it.
What's a movie that you think that everybody should have seen?
So I don't feel 100% about the answer to this question, but I'm going to say
that
it.
on you.
You did. I'm a deep thinker when it comes to this stuff. Guys and girls, I'd say you have to watch like 101 Dalmatians at least one time in your life.
Okay.
You've seen that one?
I have.
Okay, good.
Yes.
But you really need to watch Avatar because there's a deeper meaning behind it. It's really cool because it's like the humans are the bad people and like the aliens are the good. It has a very big meaning to it. You should watch it.
I feel like that's a true story.
Yeah, the aliens are like way better off than we are. Speaking of, I'm still watching alien stuff and I'm like losing my mind every night.
Okay, you've just sent me this stuff because I'm watching my murder stuff.
Netflix, they have a whole series about all different topics about alien conspiracies and the U.S. government covering it up. And there's like lots of evidence, videos, pictures, you name it, they got it. They're covering stories from Australia to Germany, talking about secret U.S. airships that have been created with alien technology, doing reverse technology building or whatever. They discovered another element. Did you know about this?
No.
That actually Nikola Tesla, oh my God, I'm making up facts again. I don't think it was him. Somebody said that there was another element and they didn't believe them. And then like, I don't know, 40 years later, they found this other element that's supposed to like be the key to figuring out the energy to make propulsion occur, like which is what alien spaceships do because they just like
they don't have gas.
Yeah, I'm deep in. Anyway, can we talk about Kylie Jenner being pregnant?
I have a very strong opinion about this.
Go for it.
She hid her first pregnancy. Like, went above and beyond to hide her pregnancy. And she said how amazing it was and how it was for her mental health and all of that. And I get that. Because if you see how, like, her sisters were ridiculed in the press about being pregnant, I could totally understand that. But now people are trying to out her with that. Like, why? If she wants to come out that she's pregnant, let her say that she's pregnant. Why are we putting, as a society and journalism, if we want to call it that, why are we trying to push her to say something that she's not ready to say?
Well, because they know that she's just never going to say it again like she did the last time. I think
Who cares?
They're just so obsessed with her that they need to know and somebody wants to get the scoop on it. But honestly, her not ever announcing her pregnancy was probably the most genius thing that anybody's ever... Like, who doesn't announce a pregnancy that's a big celebrity? Nobody has ever done that. And then how she did it with that video, I think it's like 20 minutes long. Did you watch it?
Yeah. I didn't watch the whole thing, but I watched like parts of it.
It was crazy.
Yeah. She was locked up in her house. She's talked about it. She was literally locked up in her house the entire time.
I think it was just a weird time that people were so confused because she had just gotten her spin-off, The Life of Kylie. It was doing really well. And then all of a sudden she had an oopsie and got pregnant. So people were really surprised to see that like she had gotten that like moment of really being in the spotlight on her own, and then all of a sudden she went dark and ghost. She wasn't posting Instagram stories. She wasn't doing anything that showed like
Herself.
And, yeah. But on that show, she had said when somebody asked her the question of like, you know, when you had kids, whatever, she had talked about like going offline after having kids. And I think that maybe she kind of did that, but it was more so about the pregnancy than the actual birth and like raising her child. I think. But, you know, I know that she had some sort of intention of like having time for herself and for her family. And she did it. She just did it a little bit differently.
You know how the story got leaked? Did you hear that? Mm-mm. Caitlyn Jenner.
This current one?
Yeah.
Oh, Caitlyn Jenner tells all the secrets.
First of all, loud mouth. She needs to be the last one you tell anything to.
Literally.
She was at a store and said something about how she's about to have like her, 19th or 20th grandchild? Whatever number it is.
Oh my goodness.
And so people are automatically speculating that it's, because I mean, who else would it be?
I don't think it says that it's been officially announced anywhere.
No, it hasn't.
Sources report from reputable outlets have seemingly confirmed that Kylie is expecting another baby from Travis. However, after allowing source reports to confirm Kylie Jenner's second pregnancy, fans are wondering why no official announcement has been made. So, it has been confirmed, but Kylie's still keeping it a top secret. This time around, word got out of the beauty mogul's latest pregnancy with rapper Travis Scott. Considering how silent Kylie has been on the big news, onlookers are wondering how true the claims really are. The reports came after Caitlyn Jenner first teased that she was expecting another grandchild. However, shortly after, her son Burt Jenner confirmed him and his girlfriend were expecting.
Oh.
So everybody's so confused.
Just leave her alone.
Leave Kylie alone.
I mean, did you see what it's done to Brittney?
You know that guy that made that video? Leave Brittney alone.
Yeah.
He's going through transition.
I mean, are we shocked?
No. But congrats to you, whatever your name is.
What?
I don't know.
I mean, we can't be that.
Leave Brittney alone. All right. Speaking of Brittney, what happened with her dogs? Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Her housekeeper had claimed that they were like dehydrated and not taken care of.
The babies.
So she took them from Brittney, and they were just returned. So according to page 6, Britney Spears' dogs returned after housekeeper took them. The singer's dogs were removed from her home about 2 weeks ago. The housekeeper believed they were sick and brought them to the vet. One of the pups allegedly close to death, and both dehydrated and seriously ill.
Ay.
Both dogs require a special diet, and one has serious digestive issues. So the housekeeper became concerned when they were regularly fed table scraps, according to TMZ. The pop star got her pooches back Friday, while the housekeeper is apparently no longer working for her.
You know, I gotta say, regardless of how kooky she might be, if somebody ever took my babies without my permission, they'd be dead.
Oh, yes.
So dead.
But, I mean, I don't believe that she should be under conservatorship. I think that she should be able to make her own decisions with her body and her money. I think she worked really, really hard for that. But I don't think that she is, because of all the trauma that she's gone through, I don't think that she's 100% all there.
No, I'm sure not. But at the same time, she's probably got so many people there helping her. Like, how is it possible that her dogs were not taken care of with all those people around taking care of her? It doesn't make any sense.
I mean, does she have a lot of people?
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. I mean, well, you know, during the conservatorship court hearing that she had, when she spoke outwardly, she talked about how there's constantly people in her house. She feels like she's a prisoner in her own home. She has to hire all these people to help take care of her, and she has to pay for all of it. So I imagine she has a big staff working under her.
Yeah. Well, and then there's also this battery investigation.
What battery investigation?
That she's under investigation and has been accused of battery by one of her longtime employees.
Who, Brittney?
Mm-hmm.
What?
The housekeeper said Brittney confronted her when she got back from the vet. Oh, it's the same housekeeper.
Oh, the plot thickens.
When she got back from the vet and didn't have the dogs with her, an argument ensued when Brittney reportedly demanding details about her dogs, where they were at the time, and why they'd been taken away. The housekeeper expressed concern that the dogs had been neglected and showed Brittney photos she had taken on her cell phone of one of the dogs that had just thrown up. At that point, Brittney allegedly slapped the housekeeper's phone out of her hands, which is where the potential battery...
That's battery? If that's battery, I've battered a lot of people in my day. Like, calm down.
I'm a batterer. So does slapping cell phone out of someone's hands qualify as battery? Yes, it does. Or at least it can, based on the legal definition of battery.
You know, when you're a celebrity, it's like you just can't do anything wrong.
No.
Just any sort of big name in general. And even when you're trying to do good, people will figure out a way to flip it on you. And
or
turn
find
it into
things
something.
in the past. That's a big thing right now. Let's see what they said 10 years ago.
Look, Chrissy Teigen, canceled.
Seriously canceled.
I feel I don't agree with any of the crazy stuff that she has said in the past, and I can't even believe that she ever sent any of those tweets or said all those things, but like, damn, your girl's getting blasted constantly.
And she's going through a lot. Like, she lost a baby, she's
horrible.
Newly sober. And I agreed. What she said is absolutely disgusting. But she's been called out. She's issued an apology. Like, can you imagine if all of our things that we've said or done privately or in the past came up to bite us in the butt? Like, all these people who are hating on her, are they perfect?
Definitely not. And it's so true. It's like you have to look at yourself. Like, how many bad things have you said? How many times have you made fun of somebody, like, you know, behind closed doors, or made a joke to yourself that if you had said it publicly or there was some sort of public forum that it could come back and bite you in the ass, that it probably would, you know?
Right.
Like, it happens. And at the end of the day, people grow as individuals. Like, the person that I was 10 years ago is a totally different person than I am today.
Right.
So how can you judge somebody for who they were 10 years ago? Like, you just can't.
Well, and yeah, a lot of these people are getting canceled. It's not that they're like, F you, I said what I said.
Right. They're like, I'm so sorry.
Yeah. There's people that who got caught, like, cheating and are and breaking up families. Owen Wilson, Owen Wilson has a child that he is not responsible for and refuses to accept.
I did not know that.
Yeah, with, like, a model.
Dude with the crooked nose?
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm. He wants nothing to do with this child. And it's, like, public knowledge that he wants nothing to do with this child. And we're still okay with him.
That's so awful.
So, like, at what point, like, why do we get to pick and choose?
Well, that's the thing. It's not the same expectations for everyone.
Right.
That's just how it goes. It depends who's mad that day versus the other day.
And how long can we drag it out for? And then keep bringing it up. And then being disgusting. Like, if you go and whenever she posts, I still follow her, and you go and you see what these people are commenting on, like, I would disappear.
Yeah. And she did for a while, too. But, like, girl, you don't need social media. Just stay off. She's so rich. She's got it. Like, life is perfect for her, aside from all this BS. She has a husband that loves her. She's got beautiful children. She's beautiful. They have money. Like, they're good, you know?
Yeah, but how do you get but she has a lot of her own product line, right? She has her cookware, cookbooks, all, like, cooking is a huge part of her brand now.
Well, the cleaning products got pulled from her.
But how do you promote that in your stuff?
You just let the business do it.
I mean,
do real marketing.
But your name is still behind it.
Yeah, but that at that point, it's like, if people are really attacking you and you want to take a break from, the public eye, be the silent partner at that point. Yeah. Like, you've already put your name out there. You're already on dotted line, like, part owner. So just, like, let it be. Let them do marketing with another influencer, or just, like, real deal models and just
how much does that suck though? Imagine you built this business and this empire, because she has an empire at that point, and then they're like, listen, everybody hates you so much, we're gonna put somebody else as like, what you mean? I can't take credit for any of my hard work because of a mistake that I made 10 years ago.
Well, unfortunately, the world we live in today is just crazy. You know, sometimes you just gotta the thing is, you have to let people forget. And they will, quickly. You know what I mean?
Well, she took that break, and I think that she did. But then you come back, and people are still keyboard warriors, man.
They're the worst.
Trolls.
So I have some games I want to play, but honestly, we've covered so many topics. I think that we should just save it for next week.
Well, guys, that's all we have for this week. Please be sure to tune in every Thursday for a new episode of Lower Your Voice. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Lower Your Voice Pod. Bye, Felicia.
Bye, Felicia.
We gonna take